But residents here say they can't afford to wait. Every day, the Safety and Watch Group escorts children to school and patrols the streets.
Why do you all wear masks?
Those Nazis, we have reports of them finding our backgrounds, so we're not hiding ourselves from the residents, but we're protecting our family from what we're doing out here.
While many locals do support the security group.
Shalom. Kol halo Yahweh Ba'ashum Yahusha Ba'ashum Regach Wadash. The bonds of the apostles, the bonds of the elders, a great millstone rule well and tells his truth. Much respect to you brothers out there, preaching his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. Tabernacle David, hope for elect and the speckled bird. I want to say shalom. So I'm going to get into this lesson. I saw this video the other day, and then hey, it's all through the spirit. I saw a couple of the brothers do a lesson on this, and I'm just putting my 2 cents in there because this video of Jake out there patrolling, having picking up Esau Edom's guns, all right, the weapons, trying to arm and protect themselves, protect the neighborhood. I had a dream a couple years back. The attire that they were wearing, their attitude, how they were moving, pretty much reminds me of what the Lord showed me in my dream a couple years ago. All right, because in this dream, Jake was geared up just like these people, right? All black, geared up. And Esau Edom, which as you read through the scriptures, all right, the sword, the Lord has sharpened that sword. The Lord has geared up Esau Edom, and it's all spiritual as well, because the brother had a vision or a dream of the death angels coming through, right? And we understand that the Lord controls these spirits out here. The Lord is controlling Esau Edom on the left-hand side. So Esau Edom was geared up in his gear as well. Now, Jake might have gotten maybe like 1 or 2. But other than that, when the Lord sent out Esau Edom, he mowed them down, man. They got jacked up, right? They got jacked up. They got mowed down, man, to the point they was out there running scared. And the Lord showed me that perspective of that, right? And this is why you must fear the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahusha. This is why you must make your call and election sure. It's why you must praise the Lord, and ask for forgiveness and ask for that protection over you and your household, right? Because that sword, Esau Edom, he's coming down with that wrath. That death angel is nothing new under the sun. Happened in the time of Egypt, right? As you read in Ezekiel 9 and verse 4, all right, that the that spiritual mark, which Yahweh Ratazah, we have that mark of exemption, when these spirits roll through, we'll have that protection, right? And pretty much, when all that went down, the Lord showed me in that perspective, like a, say like, you playing a video game, you're able to have a drop down view of what's happening. That's pretty much what I was able to see, and then, the Lord dropped me into wherever I was at that time. And, hey, we had to roll. We had to get the heck up out of there. Other dreams, I had spiritual power. And this particular dream, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't have spiritual power at the time. So, we just had to book it, man, get out of there. And the Lord offered protection and we didn't get hit. We didn't get mowed down. Right. So, Jake thinking that these armed citizens, these armed Jakes are going to protect them, it might scare where E for a little second, or it might provoke them for a little second. But, when the Lord sends these spirits out here, when Jacob's trouble pop off, right, when shit gets real, right, hey, that reminds me in the scriptures, they shall be willing. And the day of the Lord, they're going to see us with their spiritual power. They're going to see us with that protection. They're going to see us with a different countenance upon our spirit, right? We're going to be stoic in that time. We being stoic now, but we really going to be stoic in that time, right? And the Lord's going to give us confidence, right? Jake right now, he has confidence in his weapons. Yeah, you may be able to shoot, right? Yeah, you may have the armor, but is that really going to protect you in these last days? Esau, Edom got drones. He got helicopters. He got super soldiers out here. Is that really going to protect you? And do that dream, I believe, hey, there's some of those super soldiers or whatever type of weaponry they had. Look up some of the videos. I believe brothers did videos on it as well, right? You have this soldier, right, with his body armor, and you had appear to be Edomite hitting him, with all types of weapons, swords and axes or whatever, and it wasn't penetrating that body armor. You see, the Lord is raising up our enemies. The Lord is raising up their technology and their power just for them to be confounded, right? The men of the Lord are going to confound them. The Lord himself, right? Yahushua, I should say, right? The Lord sent his son, Yahushua, and the angels and these death angels, right? They're going to come out here and confound Esau, Edom. But yeah, that's what I want to bring out. Like I said, seeing this movement, hey, it's clear as day. It reminds me of my dream. Let's go ahead, get a couple scriptures out here. This is Genesis 27 to verse 40. All right, this is talking about Esau, Edom, right? When you read up, right, it's talking about the blessings that Isaac, which through the Spirit, for those that don't know, Isaac is also Yahushua, right? And Esau, Edom being a bitch, being a crybaby out here, right? You read a couple chapters earlier, right? He already sold his birthright. He already sold his birthright. And especially back in those days, your word is your bond, right? You was a man of your word, right? And it showed you since the beginning, this man was not a man of his word. He always goes back on it. And so when it was time to get the blessing, right, which through the Spirit, Jacob, Yaquab, which you go into the Hebrew means supplanter, supplanter, which later his name was changed to Israel when he was fighting the angels, right? Israel, Yasharallah, he is the prince of the power, right? Going to Esau, Edom. He was over there crying, man. You must got a blessing for me, So we reading this right now, Genesis 27, verse 40, and by the sword shall thou live. Now, what's the modern day sword? It's the gun, all right? These weapons out here. Hey, matter of fact, it's the pen, right? That's the ultimate modern day sword, because all he has to do is write things in the law and cause mischief and cause chaos, right? Cause destruction just by the stroke of the pen. And thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion that thou shalt break his yoke up from off his neck. So pretty much, you go into it. He's going to have Esau, Edom. You go into it, you read a couple scriptures. He's going to have the best places. It's a temporary blessing. Esau, Edom, he knew that, right? It was a temporary blessing. Yeah, he's going to have riches. He's going to have the best places, but it's only temporary because it says that he's going to serve his brother, right? And it also says, by the sword thou shalt live. So this is also showing you, this is how you can tell who is Esau, Edom through the Spirit, right? Which is a so-called white man. He's been given the blessing of the sword, which is the gun. They love shooting, going to the range, shooting, going out there, making animals extinct, love killing people, right? And so when you go into the account, Esau was very angry at Jacob, right? But later on, they became cool, but that perpetual hatred stemmed down to his children. As you read in Ezekiel 35 and verse 5, they have that perpetual hatred towards us, right? Jake always says, oh, it's because of the color of my skin. No, it's your spirit. Because guess what? All the other nations, some of them may have been lighting up, But for the most part, all the other nations, they have melanin, they have hue too, right? It's your spirit, it's who you are, right? So I'm gonna get this right here, Revelation 6 and verse 4. Slakia. And there went out another horse that was red. This is Esau Edom. And power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword, right? That great sword, he was out here to cause chaos, destruction, right? Even when he got into power, you know, you read about the times of Alexander the Great, right? When his son was to be put into power, right? What did his generals do? They end up killing him, right? And having the kingdom unto themselves, right? You can even see that amongst themselves, Edomites out here in general, how they treat their parents, their grandparents. They can't wait for their parents or the grandparents to pass away so they can get that money, man, But yeah, peace, this is their kingdom. Them out there with the Nazi flags, with the KKK, they be out here over here in Kentucky as well doing all types of that stuff, man. As a spirit, which matter of fact, I'm gonna get this in Deuteronomy 28, right? If we serve the Lord, if we kept our end of the bargain, kept our end of the covenant, our end of the contract, we wouldn't be in this position. But everything is through the Lord's movie. This is the Lord's movie, right? This is set up for an example unto us, set up for us, for us to appreciate the kingdom, right? We appreciate the kingdom because you go into the scriptures, Jake will get right with the Lord and then be wicked. Get right with the Lord and get wicked. It was like a constant up and down. And the Lord had to get us into our place. Now you have these wicked ass people, these weak, frail people over us, man. These base men who love to meddle, love to move wickedly. They're over us, man. So I'm going to get this right here in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. This is talking about the blessings. We'll also get some of the curses as well, right? And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy power has set thee on high above all nations. You see? And Jake is feeling it. Jake is feeling it. He's out here scared. Which Yahweh Ratazah get those scriptures. Instead of us being boasting in the Lord all the day long, not worried about, your children, not worried about yourself. If a police officer gets behind you, you're over there, sweating. Oh man, I hope they don't pull me over. We got to deal with this because we didn't keep the end of our bargain. The end of the covenant, right? Let me see, verse 10. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and they shall be afraid of thee. All right, but the roles are reversed. Instead of the people being afraid of you, which they're still afraid of you, right? That's why, you see these Edomites out here, they gang up on Jake. Sometimes Jake wins. Sometimes, Jake gets handcuffed. Just like, what was it, earlier in the year or late last year? You had that Jake. And he was getting beat up by all those police officers. Here it is. He's handcuffed. And they over here beating his ass. Why are they moving like that? Because they weak. Because they scared of your spirit. Right? And this is why we need the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to cover us and to give us that protection in that day, right? Let me see. I think I'm just going to go ahead get to some of the points here. It's Deuteronomy 28 and verse 25. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them. Thou shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. And that reminds me of the dream that I had once again. Esau Edom, he rolled up. He had his super soldiers. He mowed Jake down, and Jake was out there, spread out. They was running like cockroaches, man. Spread out. Not trying to get hit. Right? Like I said, they may have gotten like one or two Edomites or whatever, but shoot, in my dream, for the most part, they got mowed down, man. And which also shows you, we were scattered to the four corners of the earth, and also some of our people's going to come in looking like the heathens, right? It's verse 29, and thou shalt grope at noonday as a blind grope in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. You see, for you to have, you got to have a somewhat militant presence in your neighborhood, right? This is a curse, man, right? And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled even more. You see, even when we were taken out of so-called slavery, which we're still in slavery to this day, right? You had neo-slavery, look it up, right? You have all these laws, Jim Crow, right? Yeah, hey, it wasn't even not too long ago. They had it to where Jake couldn't even lay down with the other women of the other nations, man. They had that in the law, man. So these people are over us, man. The Lord said that this is not our rest. So yeah, you're going to be scared. Yeah, you're not going to be on top, man. That just comes with the territory. That's just the condition of the battle. All right, but us, we boast in the Lord all the day long, and we have our confidence in Yahweh Bashim Shah. Right, he's the one that's going to take care of us. Right, we're not going to trust and believe in our sword. Right, we're going to believe in the Lord to take care of us. Not to say that it ain't wrong to have it, but Jake out in the world boast on that stuff, man. The Lord got to be behind you to deliver you, right? Because thou servest not the Lord Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for abundance of all things. Verse 48, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and thirst and in nakedness and want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of honor upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. You see that? This is the MO of the Edomite, man. It's to the point where he has stole your heritage, and Jake out here, they don't care, man. They don't care. But the remnant cares, man. And let's go ahead and get some of these scriptures. We'll go ahead and close out. Like I said, it's just pretty much the point. Psalms 59 and verse 1. Deliver me from my enemies, O power, defend me from them that rise up against me. Right? See, Jake in the world, they're not making their call and election sure. They look at this truth as something crazy. But, hey, that's how the Lord set it up. The Lord has caused the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. Right? Deliver me from the workers of iniquity. Save me from the bloody men. You see that? Right? Esau Edom, he got that rise, man. He's going back to his natural state of being a bloody man, a murderer. Right? So they showing their horns. They out there passing out flyers. They out there, doing all types of stuff, provoking Jake. Right? You even look into the police force. What's that? A fraternity, man. Right? Even if Jake is in it, they're going to protect their own, right? You see that they don't even police themselves for the most part, right? For lo, they lie and wait for my soul. The mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgressions, nor for my sins, O Yahweh. They run and prepare themselves without a fault, awake to help me, and behold, thou therefore, O Yahweh, power of hosts, the God of Israel, awake to visit all the heathen. Be not merciful to any wicked transgressor. Selah, you see that? And that's what we waiting for, man. Lord is about to put a beating upon these heathens, especially Esau, Edom, right? But thou, O Lord, shall laugh at them. Thou shalt have the heathen in derision. So, Esau, Edom, he's out here laughing. Oh, look at them. They gotta set up a militant force out there. They out there scared. Esau, Edom, he get a rise in that, man. So guess what? The roles are going to be reversed, and we're going to laugh at them. Because of his strength will I wait upon thee, for power is my defense. You see that? Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, is our defense, not our weapons. Right? You can have a little something, right? But you got Jake within this thing. They out there going to the range. They posting it. They posting it to their channels. What the Lord say, move wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Right? You got to move wisely, man. Right? In this thing, you're going to be hated of all men. Right? So why are you posting that stuff? Why are you showing your sword? Why are you coming to camp with your sword out, man? That's wicked. Trust in the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. He's going to save you. He's going to deliver you. Right? There's nothing wrong with having a peace. But don't be out there flaunting it, showing it, man. What they say in the world, the loudest in the room is always the weakest. Right? You out there showing it, man. Really, you weak. Trust in the Lord. He's going to deliver you, man. Right? Let's see. Because of his strength, I will wait upon thee. For Yahweh Shem Shai is my defense. The God of my mercy shall prevent me. God shall let me see the desires upon my enemies. And that's pretty much the premise of this lesson, man. Right? The Lord is going to let us see the downfall of our enemies. Right? They thinking that they're doing something by trying to scare us. Well, the roles are going to be reversed, man. And the Lord said, give unto them double. So only imagine, man. But yeah, that's pretty much the point. Yeah, Jake gonna have to learn the hard way. That gun ain't gonna save him. Moving in a militant fashion, it's not gonna save him. Right? Our trust in Yahweh Shem Shai is going to Yahweh Ratazah save us. Right? If we're those men. Right? Moving carnally is not going to save you. This is a spiritual battle, and it calls for spiritual means. So with that, shalom.